Previously on Pixelmon. We picked Charmander as our starter, discovered what quicksand was, managed to make ourselves an anvil, went and collected some apricorns, and began work on the pokeballs. So with all that done and out of the way, welcome back. This one will be episode 2, and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I spent the first half hour to 40 minutes in the mine, trying to clear some out, getting the mine set up, gathering some supplies of redstone, coal, iron and the likes of, just to make sure I was prepared and ready. After I was done clearing out my inventory, I went to go and collect some of the apricorns off of the trees. Now by this point you can see I have extended the apricorn farm out a little bit, as I'm going to need plenty of them to make the pokeballs. After gathering some apricorns, running them through the furnace and using the anvil, I had enough stuff to be able to start making myself a couple of pokeballs so I could begin catching myself a team I'm going to use for the bulk of the playthrough. Before I left to go out hunting Pokemon, I decided it was a good idea to set myself up with an automatic furnace. This way I can gather apricorns, collect food and whatnot, and have them all running through the furnace without me having to sit here and manually get them all out. After a little bit of searching, I managed to find a Trapinch roaming around just outside of where my base was. After a bit of back and forth with Charmander and Trapinch, I managed to weaken him down enough to throw a Pokeball at him and got fortunate in catching him, so it was the first member added to the team. After a few more minutes, I managed to find a Starly roaming around just again outside of my base. I went to go and catch it and add it to the team, as I figured that a flying Pokemon would be helpful, especially for later on with exploration. By this point, I had a fire type, a ground type and a flying type on my team and wanted a water type for some diversity. However, I didn't expect a level 26 Barrascuda to be pulled up when using a good rod. As you can see, I am only level 10 at this stage, so I started to panic a little bit and tried to run away. I failed my running twice before Barrascuda OHKO'd my Charmander. Thankfully, after the OHKO, I managed to escape and thought, well, I'll come back to get a water Pokemon another day. After a little while, I noticed that a Groudon had spawned, so I decided to run over and check it out and see if I could battle it or catch it.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Upon the battle starting and realising it was level 34, it dawned on me that it wasn't just a regular Groudon, it was a boss legendary Pokemon, which they are 20 levels higher than your highest level in your current team. So immediately, once again, I began to panic and started to try and run away as early as I could. However, considering it was 20 levels plus above my team, there was zero chance I was going to be able to run away, and I had to sit there and helplessly watch as this boss Groudon annihilated my team with one hit, one after the other. Not long after I had the Groudon encounter, I had a friend of mine named Dinky come to join the server and play alongside me. So I went to go and collect her from the world spawn, and one of the first things I did was warn her about the quicksand, so she didn't make the same mistake I did and get stuck in it and have to try and dig her way out. I spent the next 45 minutes to an hour teaching Dinky the basics behind both Minecraft and Pixelmon, just because she hadn't played either of them before. Once I'd done the basics with her, she'd gone off to go and grind for some resources, both between getting some wood and mining some stone, while I spent the next 10 minutes or so up here crafting everything I needed to start making a mechanical anvil. So mechanical anvils naturally are easier, they press the tops and bottoms of the Pokeball, so I don't have to sit there and look at the anvil and hammer all the time. Once I was done setting up the mechanical anvil, I then decided to go back down and revisit the mine and start to explain to Dinky what a strip mine was. While I was explaining it to her, I decided I'd set up a few extra tunnels, so then she had something to dig through, had something to do when I hopped off. So I stretched out the main tunnels either side of the staircase, added in the notches for where these side tunnels need to come off of from it, and then left it at that for the day, for the episode, so that way then she had something to do when I hopped off. In total for the day, we caught 3 new Pokemon and added to the team, brings our total up to a whole 4 out of 880, so we've still got a long way to go, but we are making progress. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. It'll be coming out shortly. Cheers!